Okay, so I have a bit of a rant. I have like a high deductible health insurance policy. So every time I go to the doctor, I pay a lot of money. Um, mm, and a high deductible means that let's use an example. Let's say, it's not real, but let's say the policy says I have to pay out of pocket every time I go to the doctor until I get to $6,000, right? I don't remember the exact amount, so I'm just using a fictional number. And so every time I go to the doctor, if the doctor charges $300 without insurance, let's say the no insurance rate is $300, and every time I go to the doctor, I pay $300, and of course, I pay for tests and whatever until eventually one day, month six, perhaps, I get to $6,000, and then my deductible is met, and my co-payment or co-insurance kicks in. So with co-insurance, I start paying 20% of whatever the cost is. So instead of paying $300, I start paying 20% off $300 in month six or whatever month I meet the deductible, if I meet the deductible, right? So I got fever, sore throat, stomachache. It's feeling really bad. And I went to urgent care. They tested me for the flu and COVID. Turns out I had the flu, right? They gave me some medicine, sent me on my way. 4 or 5 days later, woke up. My eyes were like fused together. I'm back to urgent care, same urgent care. And they said, oh, conjunctivitis. Okay, got some medicine. Um, but I noticed my throat is still sore. Over a week later, throat is still sore. Throat still having issues. So when it's almost 2 weeks, it was almost 2 weeks, I went back to the same urgent care because I'm like, if I came here with symptom X and Y and you treated me and it didn't work, and I come back with the same symptoms X and Y, then this is a freebie because this is a follow up. This is you fixing what you were supposed to fix the first time. Nope, they charged me again. So I was here paying hundreds of dollars out of pocket 3 times to get to this urgent care. And granted, the second thing was separate, it's conjunctivitis. But the first and the third were the same things. Then they tested me for strep because they forgot to test me the first time. Now, can you imagine? So anyway, came back negative. And they're like, well, maybe it's just post-nasal drip. Mm. No, I just paid hundreds of dollars. I can't deal with that. So I'm telling her I need something. You need to do something more. Maybe the strep test wasn't done properly. Maybe you need to do something more thorough. So they took another sample, a culture, and sent it off to the lab. Still waiting for those results, by the way, but probably don't have strep. Um, and then she told me to just keep taking Tylenol. And I'm like, what? Do I just keep taking Tylenol forever if my sore throat never heals? Like, maybe it's something more than just a sore throat. Maybe something else is bothering my throat. Maybe I need a specialist. And she said, okay, we can offer you a specialist. So the urgent care then gives me a printout, but there's no specialist on it. And they're like, oh yeah, someone will call you. By the way, throat is still sick. 2+ weeks now. Someone called me and then proceeded to put me on hold while she called around to find ear, nose, and throat specialists, ENT specialists. So I was just on the line with her and she's calling people to check if they'll take me as a patient. I didn't think that's how referrals work. I thought you would tell me which doctor you're referring to or give me options and I call and make an appointment. I don't know. I thought that's how it worked. But apparently not, because this lady had to call on my behalf. But anyways, in the end, she couldn't find one that would see me based on the urgent care's recommendation. They needed me to go to a primary care doctor. Found one, and he treated me, getting better now. Didn't need an ENT specialist. But my God. So after I spent hundreds of dollars, I'm learning my lesson the hard way. Urgent care is probably not the best option. So maybe, after you could go to urgent care because you're feeling really ill one day, but the next time or the next day, maybe, I should always follow up by going to my regular doctor. Urgent care ain't it. Urgent care has been good to me before, but this time around, I am so disappointed. And I feel ripped off because why? Why? Like, tell me I have a post-nasal drip and I should just go gargle with salt water and take Tylenol when there are things that can help me to reduce the inflammation in my throat. Really? Really, urgent care? Really? But anyways, it's late and this little rant is over. I'm getting better. I got some nasal sprays from my primary care doctor, and I think they're working. Um, so fingers crossed. Next time I come on here, the old throat will be back to normal. Yay! Peace, love, and cocoa bread.